AN is equal to, you have to remember only the formula here, that is T dash T, sorry, K, AN is equal to kappa into B square. Kappa into B square. Okay. So here kappa is equal to T dash T divided by R dash T. You know it is. And your B is equal to, this B is equal to absolute value of B. Okay. So now from that AT called as your tangential component. AT called as the tangential component of the acceleration. AN called as the normal component of acceleration. Normal component of acceleration. Clear? So now here AT is equal to V vector dot A vector divided by small v. Divided by small v. Small v is equal to, we are writing here, I have written. Yes, small v is equal to this one, is equal to, you can say, absolute value of R dash T. So it is equal to now R dash T dot R double dash T divided by absolute value of R dash T. We'll get a scalar value function. You have to remember this formula to solve your problem, nothing else here. That is your AT, the tangential component of acceleration is equal to the dot product of the velocity and acceleration divided by absolute value of the velocity, or you can say that is your small v. Similarly, here your unit, the normal component, that is AN is equal to kappa v square, that is your kappa is equal to, all of you know it is your R dash cross R double dash divided by, this is absolute value, divided by absolute value of R double dash T, it is T cube. Then this square we can write down as we have written it is here. So it is R dash T square. So it is cancel out. Here we only get this is value R dash T plus R double dash T divided by absolute value of R dash T. So we need these two formula to solve our problem for the tangential component and the sorry, it is your absolute value, tangential component and the normal component of acceleration. All of you have written? All of you have written? It is completed. What happened? I am audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Can I erase? Can I
Yes,
erase?
ma'am.
Wait, ma'am.
Yes.
Wait. Okay. Over. It is over. It is over or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Over. So now I'm going to erase. Then we'll solve our problems. Example. A particle moves, write down, all of you write down. A particle moves with position function rt is equal to t square t cube. Find the tangential and normal component of acceleration. Find the tangential and normal component of acceleration. You have to find out. Do it yourself. Do it yourself and tell me the result.
And find tangential and normal.
Component of acceleration.
Okay.
You have your formula. Do it yourself and tell me the. What do you have to do? What do you have to do?
Apply the formula.
Apply the formula. So first, you have to write down RT, then RT, R dash T. That is your 2T, then 3T square, then R double dash T. That is 260. Absolute value of R dash T is equal to 40 square, 94. Root over of 8T square plus 9T. Is not it? You got it or not? You got it or not? Okay. Then A2 is equal to R dash T dot R double dash T divided by absolute value of R dash T. R dash T, R double dash T. It is 40 plus 40, 80. It is 8T. Then 8 plus 18 T cube divided by 8T square plus 9T. Clear? Then N is equal to the cross multiplication of these two. R dash T cross R double dash T is equal to IJK 2T 3T square, then 260 absolute below. Tell me the result. Tell me the result. I into 6, 12T square minus 6T square plus J into, that is your 6T square, 6T square minus 12T square, then plus K into, that is your 4T minus 4T. Okay. So I'll get here it is 6T square IK minus 6T square GK. Okay. The absolute value is of this is your is equal to T square, sorry, it is T square T4 T4. Okay. So if I take common, that is your T4 T square, then I'll get it is 72. 72 means it is 36 into 2, so we get 6 root 2. Clear? So n is equal to this divided by absolute value of r dash t, or this divided by, again I am this divided by absolute value of r dash t, though I have written it is like this. So is equal to what I write down. So I am writing here n is equal to your 6 root 2 t square divided by 8 t square plus 9 t whole. Okay? It is over?
Wait, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So now here your classwork problem is example 6 already done, and the questions are 11, 26, 39, and your assignment question, that is 13, 20, 25, 42. So first 11. Find the velocity, acceleration, and speed of the particle with the position function. Find the velocity, acceleration, and speed of a particle with the position vector rt is equal to root 2 t I cap plus e to the power t j cap plus e to the power minus t k cap. Find out. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. You are doing or not? You are doing? I'm asking you, you are doing or
Yes,
not?
ma'am.
Do it. It is easy one. R dash t. R dash t is equal to dt. That is equal to, already done this type of question earlier. E to the power t j cap minus e to the power minus t k cap. Is not it? You get this value or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, R double dash T, that is your V dash T, that is equal to your acceleration, AT. Is equal to your e to the power T J K plus e to the power minus T K. Okay? Absolute value of R dash T. I think it is mass. What is asking? Absolute value of R dash T is your root 2. It is root 2 square, root over of, it is root 2 square 2 plus e to the power 2t, then plus e to the power minus 2t. So what you get? This is equal to, can anybody say e to the power t plus e to the power minus t square or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So that what you get? We get e to the power t plus e to the power minus t. And we get our velocity is the acceleration is this one, velocity is this one, speed is this one. That is your understate absolute value of v t speed. Clear? Then 11, after 11 it is 11 for a candle. 26. After 11 it is 26. Can I meet? Can I meet?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 26. A gun is fired. A gun is fired with angle of elevation 30 degree. What is the muzzle speed? What is the muzzle speed if the maximum height of the cell is 500 meter? So what we want to find out? We want to find out muzzle speed means absolute value of V0, that is your we say small V0. That we want to find out. Is not it? So the maximum height of the cell is 500 meter. It is given. Okay, the maximum height that is equal as S, that is given as 500. So here you know it is your RT is equal to, for the projectile fire R2 you got that it is small v0 cos alpha t I cap plus that is your small v0 sin alpha t minus 1 by 2 gt square jk. Okay, so the angle it is given as 30 degrees. So if you put the value, it is v0 cos 30 degree t I cap plus v0 sin 30 degree t minus 1 by 2 gt square jk. I can write down like this. So that is equal to your cos 30 degree. Cos 30 degree.
Root 3 by 2.
Yes. Root 3 by 2. It is root 3 by 2. Sin 30 degree.
1 by 2.
And here 1 by 2. So I can take 1 by 2 outside. I can take 1 by 2 outside. Then v0 root 3. Then it is t I cap. Okay. Then plus v0 t minus gt square j cap. Okay. Here yt is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 yt. This is your xt and this is your yt. So it is 1 by 2 is outside. 1 by 2 v0 t minus gt square, that is will get bt is yt is equal to, for the maximum height y dash is equal to 0. So y dash is equal to I'll get here it is v0 minus 2 gt equal to 0. Say 1 by 2 if you multiply, so that will become 0. So v0 2 gt is equal to 0. So from here we get the value. This implies t is equal to v0 by 2g. Okay. Up to this, all of you clear and not? I'm asking you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now here, what is given? The vertical height it is given as 500 meter. So y is 500 meter. So now here it is y is 500 meter is equal to 1 by 2. Then we got the value t is equal to v0 by 2g. So it is v0 square by 2g minus g value is our, if I write down g value as 10, or you may write down it is 9.8. I'm not using now 9.8, I'm using 10 because to use 9.8 I need calculator, so that's why I'm using 10 approximately equal to 10. So it is your gt square g, then it is your v0, t square is v0 square divided by 4g square. So this cancel out. Okay, these two cancel out. These two, so simplify value of v0. Now g put as 10. You may put 9.8 in exam. 9.8 value is 198 meter per second. And if you are using the 10, then it is 200. I don't know which answer is given to you. So now I find out. Find out. Do yourself. I have written the answer, but you do yourself. If you put 10, what you are getting here it is. This implies V0 square is equal to root 4000. V0 is equal to 200. And it is approximately equal to, if you are using 9.8, 198 meter per second. Clear to all of you? It is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you have written? You simplify this one, you'll get this one. By using that your G is equal to 10 meter per second square. It is okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I omit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is your question number 39.
Here V0 equals to 20 root 10. And root over of 4000 equals to 20 root 10. Na?
So it is V0, what we are getting here, it is V0 square is equal to
4000. Sorry, 40,000. Ma'am. It is.
40,000. Huh?
Yes, ma'am. Then it is 200. Then.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I have
okay.
written wrong. Here it is 40,000. Oh, sorry. Write down yourself. Huh? Correct it. All of you correct this one, V0 square. You simplify yourself. I say, that's why I say you may use the 9.8 or you may use the 10. In exam, you may get it is your 198 meter per second. Okay. Now come to the question number 39. Find the tangential and normal component of acceleration vector. Do yourself. (39) Find the tangential and normal. You have to find out AT and AN of acceleration vector. That is where RT is equal to cos t ik, sin t jk, t kk. RT is equal to this thing. So now find out your AT and AN. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. All of you have submitted your assignment.
Ma'am, we haven't got any subdivision link.
Hmm? Not
Only the
important.
assignment.
You got your question? You say that you have
Yes.
not got your question?
Ma'am, we have only got the questions, but not the submission links and the date, submission
So
date.
you asked to, yes, by the huh? Ask to them. If it's not in your, you mail them down. They'll send you. They will send you. If they will not send, then again remind, huh? Complete. It is completed. What is 80? Tell me.
0.
I'm 0.
Yes, very good. It is coming 0. It is coming sin t cos t minus sin t cos t, so it is coming 0 divided by root 2. Our base t is 0 2. Is not it?
Yes, ma'am.
Normal component.
Ma'am, sin t minus sin t I cap minus cos t j cap plus k cap whole divided by root 2.
It is absolute value. I have not written
Oh,
absolute
sorry.
value.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 1.
What is the value you get it?
1.
Yes. Or not audible to me clearly, so it is 1. Okay. So we got it. It is over. Now solve the assignment problem. Because I want to start your next chapter next week, not this week. So now you solve your assignment question. What is given? The assignment questions are?
Your screen is not.
Yes, yes. What happened? I don't know. I'm coming. Yes, it is visible now, no?
No, ma'am.
It is visible or not?
No, ma'am.
No,
No.
ma'am.
Ma'am, you have stopped presenting.
Okay, then I have to go back. Wait 1 minute. Huh? Visible? Now visible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So now your question number 13. Question number 13 that is given to you as assignment. 13 is that find the velocity, acceleration and speed. Velocity, acceleration and speed of a particle with the given position vector. With the given position vector, RT is equal to e to the power. You get this type of question. Cos t I cap plus sin t j cap plus t k. find out VT. You tell me. And your absolute value of VT. Do it yourself. You're doing or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me. VT is equal to
Ma'am, ET
e to the power t
into,
cos t minus sin t.
yes, ma'am, cos t minus sin t plus cos t plus 1.
I kept plus it is your e to the power t, then it is your sin t plus cos t, j kept, then it is your e to the power t, that is 1 plus t plus 1 or 1 plus t, k kept. Is not it? You've got this value?
Yes, ma'am.
Speed Vt is equal to speed Vt is equal to e to the power t. You can take outside. What you get? E to the power t, you can take e to the power 2t, so that is root over e to the power t, you can take outside. Is that clear? Then root over of, it is your cos square t plus sin square t, it is your 1. Then it is your cos square t, sin square t, it is plus 1. Then it is your t plus 1 whole square, that is your t square plus 2t, then it is plus 1. So it is your t square plus 2t plus 3. E to the power t root over of t square plus 2t plus 3. All of you got it or not? All of you got it? No
Yes,
answer from, yes. So then 80. 80. Again,
Ma'am, e to the power t into
e to the
minus
power t
minus
into,
2 sin t I cap
yes,
plus 2 cos t j cap
yes,
plus t plus 2 k cap.
plus 2 plus t, okay. Okay. So it is over, 13 over. Now come to the question number after 13. Which question?
I'm not audible, ma'am.
Huh? What happened? Not audible? What do you say? I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, screen please.
Huh? What you are saying not audible to me clearly. What you are saying? What you are saying? It is over. Question number 20. I'll start. I'll start question number 20 or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to erase. Array. Question number 20. What force is required? What force is required so that the particle of mass m, so that the particle of mass m has the position vector, position function rt is equal to t cube I cap plus t square j cap plus t cube k cap. F is equal to how much? You have to find out. I have written. Now I find out. Find out. Have you got?
Yes, ma'am.
You are able to do what is the acceleration? At this t is equal to 3t square I cap plus 2t j cap plus 3t square k cap. At double dash t is equal to your 6t I cap plus 2 j cap plus 6t k cap. Okay? So it is your F is equal to mass into 6t I cap plus 2 j cap plus 6t k cap. All of you got it? It is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now come to the question number 25. My aim is to do that question number 25. A ball is thrown at an angle of 45 degree to the ground. If the ball lands 90 meters away what was the initial speed of the ball? initial speed of the ball. Okay. So what is given here? Alpha is equal to 45 degree. X is equal to D is equal to 90 meter. My aim is to find out the value of V0. My aim is to find out the value of V0. That is your initial speed. Okay. That is we have to find out. So when the, you know, it is our X is equal to, tell me. X is equal to, tell me X is equal to, you got it? I say that you have to remember that formula.
V naught cos 45t.
Yes, this is your small b naught cos 45 degree. Y is equal to b naught sin 45 degree. Here it is t. It is t minus 1 by 2. G I am considering as 10. You may consider as 9.8. I don't know which answer you'll get, so both you solve. It is your, I am considering as 10 for EG. Then it is your 1 by 2 GT square. When it touches the ground, when it touches the ground, y is equal to 0. So this is equal to 0. Find out the value of t. Find out the value of t. Hmm. (45 degree).
1 by
Sin
root 2.
45. Huh?
1 by root 2.
Yes. Do it. Take command t. Take command t, both the side we get it is our V0 by root 2 minus, here it is your 5t square. Okay, 5t is equal to 0. Sorry, is equal to 0. So this implies t is equal to 0 and t is equal to, and t is equal to V0 by छाड़ ली कीजिएगी
V0 by 5 root 2.
5 root 2. Okay. After getting this value, t is equal to 5 root, so I am writing here 5. I may confuse. For me, I am writing that. So now here it is, after getting that value, t is equal to, when t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. Okay. So now we have to put the t is equal to v0 by 5 root 2 and it is 45 degrees. So now x is equal to v0 square by 5 into root 2 and it is here root 2, so we get it is 2. Am I correct? Is equal to your value 90. So what is the value of V0? Tell me. What is the value of V0?
30.
Yes, it is 30. So if you use 9.8, can anybody solve by using that 9.8? You may get 29 point something. It is question number 25. The answer may be in your book. And 25. Yes, it is in your book. It is written 30 meters per second. Means it is using that G is equal to 10. Or you are getting 29 point something. Can anybody solve by using
Yes, ma'am.
9.8?
29.6. 29.6.
So it is 30, so that's why it is approximately. Okay? I can solve this by, by physics. There is a problem. There is a formula. I have not remembered that one. And that is only for 2 lines to solve that, to get this answer. Because you are getting your multiple choice, so you can do anyway.
And Newton's laws of motion. Newton laws of motion.
So next question is your 25 after 25. Next question. Which one?
42. 42.
Okay. Discuss that 42. So next class I'll start chapter 14. In this article, you have any doubt? You have any doubt? Already I am solving the classwork problem and assignment problem, or some assignment problem also. Still then, if you have doubt, then you tell me, I'll explain you. 42. RT is equal to your T I cap plus cos square T j cap plus sin square T k cap. Find out AN, sorry, AT and AN. Do it. Find out ATN and do it yourself. You're doing? It is how much? Derivative of cos square T. Derivative of cos square T.
Minus sin 2t.
Minus?
Minus 2 into sin t into cos t.
Yes.
Equals to minus sin 2t.
Then it is your is not it? Absolute value. It is your sin 2t. Absolute value. Again. Visible? It is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
What is going on? I don't know. Absolute value. It is your Absolute value. What do you get? Absolute value of RDST, find out.
Ma'am, root under 2 sine square 2t plus 1.
Yes, 1 plus 2 sine square 2. Okay. Similarly, find out the R double dash T. Then you find out these two values. Is that clear to all of you? So you do yourself this one, easy one. Do yourself this time over. I'm going to. This is your last period, or you have another class today after this class?
Another class is there.
Achha, okay. So you do yourself, huh? Easy one. I'm going to stop.
Ma'am, date of submission for that assignment 1.
Pille, you give a message to your section mail. They'll give you that.
Ma'am, S
Okay.
equals to 0.
Hey, Papa, I have not solved. It may be. I have not
Okay,
solved.
ma'am.
Okay. So next class we'll discuss. We'll start next time. You do yourself this one. I'm going to stop now. Thank you to you all.
Hello students, good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, in the last lecture, what we discussed. oriented graph done, I think, right? This was done.
Yes, ma'am.
And this oriented graph is also done. We take a simple graph, there should not be any multi-edges, okay? And give the orientation, that is this way direction, each edge, or this way, one of these. Okay, then we say the graph is oriented. For example, this kite, you can just say, we cannot give both way direction, then it will not be oriented, right? Now it's oriented. This is not oriented. Okay, we are saying ABS is both way oriented. That is not the case. It should be pointing only in one direction, right? We are not able to decide whether we are pointing towards B or A, right? This is not an oriented graph. Now, for a given set of vertices, N, for example, for a given one vertex, you have only one oriented vertex, that is graph, that is given only trivial. Okay, this is also known as P1. Trivial graph for two vertices, whether they are connected or disconnected, you can consider this one and this one. Corresponding to two order, we have these two only, right? Clear? So here we have A, B, this graph. Is this oriented or not? First one. G1. This is your G2. A, B. You have one edge from A to B. And Z3 we can also say that is B to B. Yeah. This one is oriented. This one is oriented. What about this one? Oriented?
No, ma'am.
Tell me.
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Yes, ma'am, oriented.
Is there any edge existing in the simple graph? If there is no edge, there's no pointing. There's no point of giving any direction, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, this is oriented disconnected graph. This is trivially oriented. If no edge is there, obviously that is already oriented, right? No need to give any direction because no edge is there. If some edge would be there, we could have given the direction, right? Okay. So this one is oriented, this one is oriented, this one is oriented. But in this one, these two are isomorphic to each other. Clear? And what is the isomorphism defined in between G2 and G3? Yes?
A corresponds to B.
A corresponds to B and B corresponds to A. Like this, they are isomorphic. So only two different oriented graph corresponding to two, that is two number of vertices. Okay. And if you count by labeling the vertices, total number of graph that are 3. Clear? Like this, if you count for 3, there will be corresponding to 1, there is only 1. Okay. Corresponding to 2, there are 3 number of oriented graph. Whether they are isomorphic or not doesn't matter. Some of them are isomorphic. And if there are 3 number of vertices, then there are 27. Okay, that you can count it by drawing first 3 vertices, right? A, B, C. This is oriented. Next, you take some edge between A and B, oriented from A to B and B to A, right? Okay, and then B to C, one edge, B to C, and then C to B, like this. Okay, C to A and A to C. Okay, and also you can take 2 edges at a time this one with this one, the opposite one, one reverse, that is both edges are not in the forward direction, one is reverse, okay, like this. Then this one towards this one, they are converging at point B. So like this, there are 27 graphs exist, okay, oriented graph. You can also take this C3. All are pointing here, then all are pointing reverse, then one in one side and two are another side, and similarly you can the other way around, right? Like this, you will be getting 27 number of graphs. Clear? Some of them will be isomorphic. For example, this one. These all are isomorphic. Clear? This one and the graph. This one is isomorphic. Okay, all this kind of graphs wherever you have like this. Okay, these are isomorphic. But if you don't consider these as isomorphic, for 3 number of vertices, there are 27. For 4 number of vertices, 4 raised to power, that is 3 raised to power 4 C2. Okay, there it is 3 raised to power 2 C2 N is 2. Here it is 3 raised to power 3 C2. For 4 number, it will be 3 raised to power 4 C2. In N, it will be, in general, there are oriented number of graph is 3 raised to power NC2. NC2 is for choosing any, that is any 2 vertices at a time for some S, okay? Clear? So these are, out of these, some may be isomorphic, some may not. Okay, you just remember this one. Then out of these oriented graph, if we select this Kn, all the simple graph of order n, complete graph, and then we orient it, we get the different orientation of this Kn. Those are known as tournament. Okay. So what do we understand by tournament? Tournament is an orientation of a complete graph. Okay. So whenever we are talking about tournament, the scales come in your mind. Okay. Corresponding to 1, you have trivial one only, right? Corresponding to 2, you have this one, A to B and B to A, right? 2 tournaments, but both are isomorphic. Clear?
Yes.
Corresponding to 3, K3 and oriented. One is in this one, another is in this the reverse direction, that is isomorphic to this one, and another is one edge is going to this and another edges are going like this. Okay. N is equal to 1, trivial. N is equal to 2, both are isomorphic. So up to isomorphic is a bit different, then you can count only one only, right? 3, non-isomorphic means different. There are many graphs exist, but out of that, this represents all of isomorphic to this graph, and this one is different from this one and represents all with one edge pointing one direction and both edges are pointing in another direction. Okay. So only 2 distinct. Up to for order 2, there is only one distinct. Okay, that is only one up to isomorphism, you can just say, or non-isomorphic. For n is equal to 4, there are 4 different. Okay. For n is equal to 5, there are 12 different. Okay. So total number of isomorphic, that is Kn, corresponding to Kn, total number of orientation exists, that is oriented Kn graph exists, 2 raised to power NC2. Okay, with a given vertex set V1, V2, and so on up to Vn, total number of tournaments are 2 raised to power NC2. Out of that, some are isomorphic, some are not. For example, corresponding to 2 raised to power 2C2, that is 1, 2C2. 2 raised to power 1, that is giving you 2, but both are isomorphic. Means up to isomorphism, if we count this distinct, then it is 1. Okay. For this one, n is equal to 3, there are 2 raised to power 3C2. Okay. So it will be 2 raised to power 3 only. Right? It is 2 raised to power 3, and 2 raised to power 3 is giving you 8. But out of 8, you have 2 distinct. Okay, that are shown over here. And similarly, 2 raised to power 6, that is 4C2. This number of tournament exists corresponding to n is equal to 4, but out of that, only 4 distinct, and that are shown over here. And corresponding to this one, n is equal to 5, there are 2 raised to power 10, 5C2. And out of that, only 5 are, only 12 are different. Means up to isomorphism, there are only 12 distinct tournaments. Okay. And how distinct? You can just see at the degrees, that is in degree and out degree. That will make you understand that whether these are isomorphic or not. Okay. Here you have 1, 1, 1, 1 in degree, out degree, but here you have 2, 0, 0, 2, right? So this is distinct from this one. So there are 4, there are total 8 now, 6 of this kind and 2 of this kind. 1 this and 1 reverse, and the rest 6 are of this kind. These are known, these 6, that rest 5 are isomorphic to this one, and the rest 1 is isomorphic to the first one. Clear? Yeah? Any doubt? Any doubt? Why these are these KN oriented complete graph is known as tournament? That I'm discussing first. Then I'll come to other questions. Yeah. Why this is known as tournament? This comes from this this one, that is the orientation of complete graph. This models there is some. This is modeling this tournament, round robin tournament. What happens in this one? Consider there are n teams, okay, where each team plays every other exactly once. Okay, so n teams means vertex set represent the n teams, T1, T2, and so on up to Tn, and edge set is given by this one. Whenever Ti wins, there is an edge from Ti to Tj. Means whenever Ti and Tj playing, there is an edge between them, and the direction is given by this winning of Ti. Okay, if Ti wins, there is edge starting from Ti and ending at Tj. So the edge, if any arc ends at Ti, means to say that is Ti loses. If it started, then win. Okay. Then degree of this outer degree of Ti will be giving you the number of scores, the number of wins of Ti, right? Out degree. Tj, some Tk is there, some other is there. So suppose Ti wins twice. Okay, one with this one Tj, and one was playing with Tk, and Ti wins. So there will be both arcs starts at Ti and ends at the Tj and Tk respectively. Okay. Then out degree of Ti is 2, right? Out degree of Ti is 2, and that is the number of wins. So the score is of the team TI is given by number of wins, that is given by the out degree, and number of those games lose by T1, that is given by in degree. Clear? And if you count all these in case of complete graph, whenever each team is playing with every other, means if there are n teams, one is playing with n minus one other, second is also playing with n minus one other. So like this you have simple graph kn, okay, so this one, and there is direction from winning team to loser team, right? If TI wins, that is the arc starts with TI and ends at TG. Clear? So this will be the oriented graph, complete graph KN, right? So this tournament part is coming from this model. Okay, first it was means this situation was modeled by graph. That's why it is called as tournament. Okay. Now, if you look at the degree of Kn, that is degree of every vertex in Kn in simple graph, undirected. What is that? Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
What is the degree of every vertex in Kn?
N minus 1.
N minus 1 when it was undirected, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is some direction is given, then means if we orient this graph, then
Total degree will remain the same, but out and in degree will vary.
then it will be distributed among out degree and in degree. Okay, then sum of in degree and out degree will be n minus 1. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
That is d plus and d minus for particular vertex. This will be n minus 1. Is there any doubt? No? Any other doubt in 1.4? Here completes your theory part. Yeah, this is question. Describe a relation in real world whose diagram has no cycle. For example, if you have x and y, these are the vertices and z. There is this kind, but z is not related to x. Okay. That should be the way. If z is related to x, then it should be x is related to z. Okay, not z. Only then cycle will not exist. Okay. So any relation? Yeah, there are many now. One of that is there is x to y. Whenever x is father of y, this relation has no cycle. Obviously, if x is father of y is father of z, then you cannot have any relation. That is, you cannot have father relation between x and z, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, you can define many other relations. Now, next is describe another that has cycle but not symmetric. What do you understand by symmetric relation?
Ma'am, if A comma B is there, then B comma A is- yes, should be.
Yeah, if a comma b present, then B comma A also should be present. This arc. Okay. A is related to B, then B is related to A. This is your symmetric, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this kind you can just say A is related to B whenever A sends an email. A sends an email to B. Okay. And it is not necessary that B will also send the email to A. Clear? Like that, you can have many other relations. You can any example you can give. Okay. Clear? Next is in the graph. When we were doing graph theory, that is only simple graph we were discussing, that walk part. What we discussed, every U to V walk has U to V path.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Here also, every U to V walk contains a U to V path, but that walk is directed, the path is directed. Okay, so what we did that, whatever the vertex is repeating, in path no vertex should repeat, right? In walk, it may repeat vertex as well as edges. So what we did, we removed all the repeated vertex. For example, if we have U1, U2 and so on up to UI, UI plus 1 and so on up to UJ, UJ plus 1 and so on up to UN. Okay, so this is the directed walk. Here to here, you have direction, here to here, and so on. So if in undirected, there is an edge from here to here. We are starting at U1, going to U2 and then U3 and so on up to. Suppose that is if there is no repetition of vertex, this is the path, right? If there is some repetition of vertex, what you do? Suppose UI is equal to UJ, what you do? Remove UI plus 1 to J, all these, right? In between. And this path, U1, U2 and so on up to UI, then UJ plus 1, because UI and UJ are same, so you can directly connect to UJ plus 1. Okay, so UJ plus 1, UJ plus 2 and so on up to UN. That will work as path. So and that is contained in this walk. Obviously, every U to V walk has a U to V path. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
We have done it before. And delete every walk becomes a path if you delete the repeated vertices. Okay, and in between vertices as well. True or disprove? If D is an orientation of a simple graph with 10 vertices, then vertices of D cannot have distinct outer degrees. If it is true, then you need to explain, you need to give the proof. Otherwise, if it is false, you need to just give the counter example that counters. Tell me, if this is the orientation of a simple graph, we have simple graph and we are giving some orientation. Okay, and number of vertices are 10 present. So initially you can check for 2 or 3 vertices. Then you can generalize up to 10. Okay, whether it is true or not. Is it always true that D cannot have distinct out degree? That is, all the vertices have same out degree. Will it come for all the graph? Yes. Or in case of out degree, you can also have in degrees. Okay, it could be asked as then vertices of D cannot have distinct in degrees. Tell me. Yes, anyone? Pick any graph. Check it. Orientation of simple graph means you will be getting the directed graph. Just try to check it. Yes. Anyone? Are you getting the question or not? Whatever. If you are not interested, then please don't come to my class, okay? Hello. No response. Good. Hello. Anyone is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain it? Yes.
Ma'am, I was not able to understand properly.
Yes. What happened?
Ma'am, I was not able to understand it properly.
Okay. Let me get say ये बोलो ना. If D is an orientation of a simple graph कोई भी है, ठीक है, with 10 vertices, उसको orient करना है, means every edge, every R, that is every edge between every two vertices, whenever edge is present, we need to orient it. We cannot orient like this both way, right? Then it is not oriented. Only one direction we need to give. Okay, and simple graph है तो multi edges का कोई सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता, right? Multi edges तो होंगे नहीं.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? So this is an orientation of a simple graph, means directed graph we have with 10 vertices. Then is it always possible? That is, it is always true that the vertices of D cannot have distinct out degrees. That all the vertices will be having same out degree. Is it always possible? हर ग्राफ के साथ यही होगा. Just try to construct. Start with if you are not able to construct example. This for 10 vertices, you can start with 2 or 3 vertices and check it for all the possibilities. That whether you are getting all the vertices have same out degree or not. If not, then this will be false, right? Now you got it, the question,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
right? Three vertex graph. I'm just taking the connected graph, simple graph. Okay, is it possible? Our degree is 1, here 1, here 0. Not possible now. Also, you can just
No,
take
ma'am.
this one. Here 2 now, right? Here 1, here 0. Clear? Like this for 10 also, it may not be possible, right? You can have distinct out degree, but it is saying that it cannot have distinct out degree. It is wrong. In degrees also, here you have 1 in degree, here 0, here here 2 in degree, 2 number of edges coming to the vertex, here 0 and here 1. Clear? So in degrees also different, right? Whether it is out degree or in degree, both the possibility may be there, right? Maybe same in case of cycle. For example, you have cycle C3. This one, this one, this one. In degree, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. In degree and out degree, right? Okay. That's how you can give one example. Any example you can form. I have given for K10. 10 vertices. You can also give the take the simple C10 and then orient in such a way that all the out degree are different. Okay. Or K10 also you can form like this. Vertices will be 10. As said, how it is defined as is, there will be an as from ith vertex to jth vertex if I is less than equal to j. That is less than j, not equal. Because there is no loop, that's why less than, strictly less than. Okay? And I and j are between 1 and 10. Clear? So how this graph is formed? There are 10 vertices, V1, V2, and so on up to V10. Now there is some edge from Vi to Vj if I is less than j. Now you tell me, will there be an edge, the direction from V1 to V2 or V2 to V1? According to this one. You can also define like this, I is greater than j. Clear? That's up to you. Yeah. There will be direction from V1 to V2 now. See, whenever I is less than j, only then there is direction from V1, that is less quantity, to greater, right? So V1 to V2, V1 to V3, and so on up to V1 to all the vertices. So what is the out degree of V1? This is K10. What is out degree?
9. 9.
9. What is in degrees? 0.
0.
Right? For V2, V2 will not be adjacent to V1, right? There is no edge from V2 to V1. Already we have
8.
V1. So here it will be 8. And in degree is coming from V1, 1. For this one,
7 and 2.
7, 2, and so on. For this one, 0, and there is no S leaving this vertex. All are coming to the vertex. So there is 0 out degree and 9. So these are distinct. Every vertex, look at every vertex, these are having distinct out degrees, and these two vertex have distinct in degrees. Right? In general, for ith vertex, it will be 10 minus 1, right? 10 minus I, you can just say 10 minus 1 for V1, 10 minus 2 for V2, 10 minus 3 for V3. This is the out degree. And I minus 1 is in degree for V1, 2 minus 1, that is 1, 3 minus 1, that is 2, that is in degree, and 10 minus 1, that is 9, that is in degree. So I minus 1 is giving you in degree. Clear?
Yes.
So these all are distinct. If you put I is distinct to different value, you will be getting the in degrees and out degree. In degrees for two vertices are completely different, and here also out degree is completely different. Clear? These will be out degrees, these will be in degree. Okay. Next, this one. Now this one you can do. True or distrue? Every simple diagram with n vertices has two vertices with the same out degree, or two vertices with the same in degree. Now it is talking about every simple diagram. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
True, then explain. False, then counter example. In vertices, n vertex diagram है, is saying that every simple diagram has two vertices with the same out degree. Both vertices will be having same out degree, or both vertices have the same in degree. Is it possible with all the graphs, all the diagram? In other words, is there any graph can you construct for which no two vertices have same out degree or same in degree? Yes? Can you construct no two vertices have same out degree? Can you construct some graph? Yes? Try to construct it. You can take an example for n is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, anything. And then try to construct four ways. Every two vertices or distinct vertices have distinct out degrees. Are you able to construct? और क्वेश्चन ही समझ नहीं आया? क्या हो?
मैम थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन था.
Yes.
मैम थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन था इस पे.
It is false now. And the same graph will work. See, we have constructed here for n is equal to 10 now, where all the vertices have distinct out degrees. No two have same, right? And same is happening with in degree. No two in degrees are same. So in general, if I replace 10 with n, then it will work. Clear? Kn
Yes.
with this one, okay? With this edges. D plus, that is out degree, will be n minus I, which is distinct. This number is distinct for distinct I, different I's. And this is also I minus 1. This is also distinct for distinct I's for any two vertex, right? Clear? So we had
Yes.
counterexample. This statement is not true in general. There exists, and which exists, that is Kn with this edge. Okay, Z, and this is vertex Z and out degree and in degree will be distinct. Yeah. Here you need to prove that there is in vertex tournament. Tournament means in vertex and n vertices are there. Tournament. What do you understand by tournament? Today only we did. What do you understand by tournament?
मैम साइक्लिक ग्राफ जो है वो टूर्नामेंट में आएगा.
Which one?
साइक्लिक जो एग्जांपल में मैम बताए थे आप.
Complete graph. Yes, वो टूर्नामेंट में आएगा. K10, right? Orientation of this one. Any orientation of K10, every orientation of K10 or every orientation of Kn is tournament. Clear? Tournament is defined as oriented complete graph. Clear? And any orientation you can give. For example, in case of K3, which orientation? You can give this orientation or the reverse orientation or two edges with the same orientation. Same way, forward and one is reverse, right? Or this two is same, but this is reverse. Clear? All are tournament with 3 teams. Clear? 3 vertices.
Yes.
Similarly, in vertex tournament with out degree and in degree are same. Okay, it is given as in degree and out degree same. Clear? At every vertex, if and only n is odd, means oriented complete graph with in degree and out degree is same for all the vertices. If and only if n is odd, means to say it is possible in degree and out degree only when you have K1, K3, K5 and so on up to K7 odd. Whenever n is odd, okay, and whenever n is odd, this is possible, and whenever this is possible in degree and out degree for all the vertices, then n has to be odd. This is both way case, okay? So in tournament, what is the sum of in degree plus out degree in Kn? If you add d plus for any vertex and for the same vertex d minus, what do you have? N minus 1, right? Maximum possible degree in the simple graph. So this is n minus 1. And here it is given as both are same. So suppose this is d. Here, this is your d. So this is also equal to d. Just put it. D plus d is equal to n minus 1. Clear? Then you have n is equal to 2d plus 1. So what do you got? N is even or odd?
Odd.
Odd. That's what we wanted to prove. For tournament, we have this relation with this given in degree and out degree same at every vertex if and only if n is odd. So this way proved. And the reverse way we will prove. We will assume that n is odd, and then we will assume we have to prove that in degree and out degree is same at all the vertices. Clear? Now this one is easy. You need to just remember this one. For every tournament, you have in degree and actually for every diagraph, for every single graph, if you orient it, any graph you have in degree plus out degree, that is out degree plus n degree, that is the degree of the vertex in the simple graph. Clear? Degree of the vertex in the simple graph. Okay. Now come to n is odd. Assume n is odd and try to prove the degrees are same. That is in degree and out degree is same. When in degree and out degree is same, yes, there is one edge coming to the vertex and one edge going out, right? And again, whenever it is coming to the vertex, it has to leave, right? Clear? And this kind of structure is happening in only, this kind of thing is happening only in Eulerian, right? Clear? This thing happen in only Eulerian circuit.
Yes, ma'am.
And except K2. In K2 is also not there. Yeah, that is not there. Only in Eulerian circuit. So try to connect this n odd, n for n odd with Eulerian graph, and then try to orient it in a way such that you are getting the Eulerian diagram. What can you say about Kn when it is Eulerian? See, it is given as Kn, n is odd, K odd. Will this be Eulerian? Every graph is Eulerian if and only if all the vertices are even. And Kn will be Eulerian if all vertices are even and all vertices has degree n minus 1. If n is odd, then it will be even, right? And this is given as on n is odd, so n minus 1 is even. That's why Kn, the simple graph I'm talking about without our orientation, this is becoming now Eulerian, right? Now try to find that circuit, whatever circuit you find in simple graph, and try to orient in the forward direction whenever whatever the way this circuit is traversing the path, right? In forward direction. Okay. For example, in case of K1, that is nothing is there. So here only K3, this one, then this one. Means forward direction. You got this as Eulerian, and in Eulerian, you know that in degree and out degree will be same. We have done in last class, right? In case of K5 you have this one, this one. Okay, then is in whichever direction we are pointing, there you can put the orientation, right? Then we travel this one, then we travel this one, then this one, then this way, then via this S, then via this R. And now you can just check whether in this one K3, orientation of this one, whenever you are getting a Eulerian circuit, you are having 1, 1, 1 in degree, 1 out degree, same. Here, in the simple graph, it was 4, degree was 4, but whenever it is circuit, it means 2 edges coming 2 and 2 edges going out. So that is 2, 2 in degree and out degree, same. In case of K7, it will be 3, 3. Clear? Got it? In case of 2K plus 1, whenever n is odd means 2K plus 1 odd or 2L plus 1, 2N plus 1, there K will be the in degree and K will be out degree. Clear? Any doubt? So whenever n is odd, Kn is Eulerian because all the degrees will be even, n minus 1. So Kn is Eulerian whenever we have n is odd. We have done this. We can find Eulerian circuit. And obviously all the vertices have even degree, then we can always say that. Clear? Then how we will be getting the desired tournament? The way we travel the circuit, in which in the same direction we need to orient the edges, right? We are starting from here, then this direction, then we are going to this one, then this direction, right? In forward direction or in reverse direction, you can just say, right? So where you can have in degree and out degree same, because whenever you find this, you try to orient this graph in the forward direction whenever you are moving along the circuit, right? Then you are also finding the Eulerian tournament. Clear? Eulerian graph. That is directed circuit you got na, and whenever directed circuit you got means to say Eulerian, and Eulerian, in case of Eulerian directed graph, we had in degree and out degree same. We have done it. Clear? Because the circuit coming to the vertex and leaving the vertex, every time it is doing the same. So the number of edges coming to and going out are the same. That means degree is same. And example you can see over here, 1, 1, 2, 2. Any doubt?
मैम टूर्नामेंट हमको अच्छे से समझ में नहीं आ रहा था.
अभी आ गया?
अभी भी हल्का डाउट था मैम.
केन है, केन कंप्लीट ग्राफ, उसी को ओरिएंटेशन देना है, हर एज को एग्जैक्टली वन डायरेक्शन देना है. So there exist how many tournaments corresponding to that? 2 raised to power NC2 for n vertex. Out of that, some are complete, some are not complete. So complete ले लेंगे, ठीक है? Means बहुत सारे exist करते हैं. For example, K3 के केस में you have C3 ना, K3, just this one. Okay? इसमें कौन सा डायरेक्शन दे सकते हैं? this one and this one दे सकते हैं, या फिर अपोजिट दे सकते हैं, राइट? या फिर ये वाला ऐसे, ये वाला फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन में, थर्ड वाला रिवर्स डायरेक्शन में, राइट?
मैम 3 की जगह अगर 4 एजेस रहेगा तो नहीं हो सकता.
4 एजेस रहेगा तो मींस यू हैव K4. हाँ, this one, this way you can give this way, right? Any one single direction you need to give. So I already have done. There are how many? 4 distinct tournament exist. Distinct means page 1. How many? 2 raised to power NC2 exist. Some of them are isomorphic. Okay. So 2 raised to power 6 number of 4C2, that means 2 raised to power 6 number of tournament exist corresponding to that, but we have only 4 distinct. This will represent some other tournament as well, means that are isomorphic to this one, right? So we have the distinct out degrees, here distinct out degrees according to the directions given, and distinct of degree. Clear? As well as in degrees. Any other doubt in chapter 1? Or in this tournament? Tournament is nothing but orientation of complete graph. Okay? टूर्नामेंट आते ही दिमाग में आना चाहिए KN एंड उसका ओरिएंटेशन, राइट? कोई भी ओरिएंटेशन हो सकता है वो. Okay? Orientation means you are just giving the directions. Every edge, exactly one. Clear? Got it, everybody? So we have done this one, then this one, then this one, and yeah, this one already done. That is, out degree and in degree is given as same, then and have to be odd for tournament, right? For any tournament of order n, we have summation of, that is sum of in degree plus out degree. For a particular vertex, we have n minus 1. So from here we got 2d plus 1, and that is the odd number. Clear? So here completes your first chapter. We'll start next second chapter that is talking about trees and distance next class. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.